Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in here now with Sylyx versus Pboys, one of the last two games of the entire land. Zarin, we're getting really close to the end here, dude.
Yeah, I mean, three teams remain. Not any more room for error. This is it. Do or die. You want a chance into grand finals? Now's your opportunity. And, well, if you lose, you're done. And we're going to actually get a rematch from the winner semifinals. It's going to be Pboys and Sylyx, like you mentioned. Going to be a bit of a different map set here. We're going to have Hotel Fortress Hotel. So, like the pick from Pboys to avoid that Asilo control. I think they learned their lesson from the last series.
Yep, seems to be the case. And Pboys, these guys have proven themselves to be pretty dang good on this map. If I do recall, they had a really close call up against Sylyx Esports, but this was one of the maps that they did go ahead and defeat them on. So why not pick it again for your losers final?
100%. So yeah, Pboys gonna take their chances. And Prod starting off the game off hot for Sylyx, and well, not an ideal start, but still, you get the initial time. Tied at 3 apiece. Still lots of time to go. 247 points needed for each squad, and Cheeto already in. We know how good Flinch has been in Hardpoint every single time he's stepped on it, and starting things off good already at 3-0. Looking for the fourth, but Prod there starting off well himself, 3-1.
Yeah, it's definitely been a good night for Flinch. Search and destroy, hardpoint all around. It's been a pretty good land for him, and we'll see how much we can get out of it. I mean, I believe at this point, everyone still left. Top three is going to get some amount of money. Third place, I believe, gets $500. Second's $1,000, and then first is $3,000. So it just depends on how much you're going to be getting at this point if you're Pboys.
Yeah, I mean, a $500 match if you put it that way. So you're guaranteed the money right now, but man, an extra 500 for your troubles traveling down to Columbus, wherever you're from, would be a little bit extra nice. You want your wallet as fat as possible as you leave Ohio, and Pboys and Sylyx battling it out right now. A good two-piece by Cheeto. As Sylyx in control of P2, they get that first wave of kills. Now let's see how they deal with the second.
Yeah, Stuki in a great position to counter this push. Him and Cheeto got the crossfire set up, and it could be death for all of them. Ooh, great turn on to Stuki, but Cheeto's still there. Looking one side, getting kills on both sides now. But at the end of the day, Pboys, one does slip through the cracks, and who better to do it than Flinched? Destiny just trying to shoot him through the window. We've been seeing people doing a lot of that on this map nowadays. The Sylyx will clean up, get these last couple of seconds, but Pboys, this is what they did a good job of the last time they were on this map against Sylyx. They always got the P3 rotation, always beat Sylyx to it. P2 didn't really matter to them, but P3, they got so much time off it. Stuki trying to raid on that parade, trying to be a different this time. But so far, I'm getting deja vu, Zarin.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same, really. I mean, P3 is so critical for Pboys. I'm surprised Sylyx didn't elect to give up that extra time and move into Diner side a lot quicker, but battles going back and forth. Flinch inside the point. Fifi holding strong as well. And Pboys gonna have a good 30 seconds already on this time. And maybe one more half attempt of a push for Sylyx will be the final one. As he brought in that contest spot, Flinch picks him up. Desi last player up, 2-on-1. And there's a full 60 for Pboys.
Yep, they do trade out pretty evenly, so it's going to make it so that Pboys can't just freely rotate into them and rip these spawns away from them. Pboys will get a very solid amount of time, but Sylyx will be given the room to set up unless Flinch has anything to say about it. They're not going to be ready for this. No one watching it. Cheeto, a little bit of a weird nade there, but what we're looking at right now is Flinch. He's been a little bit spotted up here, trying to break things open for his team, but Sylyx are going to be holding opposite that now, getting a little bit surrounded, but sometimes these guys play very well while cornered. Not this time, 100%. Though, unfortunately for them. Desi, the sole survivor, just going to be trying to keep something open for his team to break back in.
Yep, Stuki working that marble desk. Good shots there. On to Flinch. And now Prod works his way in. D1. That leaves single open, though. React has an opportunity to sneak his way through. Can he catch Prod? Yes, he does. So good retake from Pboys. Cheeto, last one live around the point. Able to grab one back, and you start to see the rotation already coming in from player number 3. That's going to be Stuki trying to set up in Diner, but he is going to have 2 players left to deal with. And we're going to be pretty well close to a tie game. That last remaining time is going to remain white, as you see Pboys spawning so far out. So these are big kills right now for Sylyx.
Yep, and they will get the better hold on these doors. Gonna be pre-aiming them, and Pboys are gonna have to run in their pre-aims in order to beat this one out. They are gonna be respawning with a lot of util, so there's potential here, but Prod seeing an opportunity and capitalizing on it. Stuki teammating him, but you can forgive him for that. It's not like he's opening his team up for anything in the counterattack because Prod has already killed everybody. And Cheeto going up for even more murder and massacring. Pboys just constantly in a state of death. This is what Sylyx was doing very good in the last hardpoint. It almost won them the whole thing, but it just got them a little bit short in the hardpoint so far. But I mean, at least right now, it's got them the P6 spawns, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, all that time, just really, it stayed white for a good majority of that time. So no one really able to build up a lead, or Sylyx not even really able to build back. But Pboys still going to be close to a 20-point lead as we head to the last objective of the first rotation. Flinch in the back with the SMG. Going to have the help of Schnaps in just a moment, but Cheeto gets that win. Going to be Prod in the back as well, so 3 go down, and that's a good clear from Sylyx. One more player to deal with over towards back patio. He's done, but no one blocking kitchen, and that's exactly where Pboys is going to spawn.
Oh, and they do take Prod on out of there. So Desi going to be a little bit alone. No one going to be in a proper spot to help him just yet. Stuki trying to pick up the pieces for him. Does find the guy on the objective, at least trying to deny his time. If Sylyx can deny pretty much of this time as possible to Pboys while Pboys are in this position, that's pretty good. Because Sylyx, they've still got P2 spawns. They're looking to keep things going that way. And there's a lot more room for Sylyx to play with if they can deny as much of this time as possible. But it's still going to be 10 more seconds at the very least going into the hands of Pboys, and Sylyx are already getting pressure for these spawns. Fifi gonna be frying one. Fifi gonna be frying a second. Ooh. And shooting bodies. Hello. All right, Pboys, they just threw down the gauntlet. It is personal now, Zarin.
It's nice to see Fifi turn up, and the fact that he's putting some extra shots in too. It does show you it is personal. It's a great point, but yeah, Fifi always been kind of the scapegoat of this Pboys team when the struggles ensue. He just hasn't been able to get a lot going individually for himself throughout the tournament, but finally turning up when he matters most. Do or die scenario. Pboys in control, P1, and look very good and poised for P2 also. With React inside the time, going to be able to pick up Cheeto, and kills going back and forth. It is going to be Sylyx's hill for now as we move to P2, and well, Pboys nowhere to be found on P2, and that's going to be a free rotation for Sylyx.
Yep, Pboys, they may have gotten a good amount of time off this objective, but as per usual, Sylyx is going to be getting P2. Don't know if Pboys are going to be too overly perturbed by this, because this basically means that they will get the P3 spawns, assuming that Sylyx doesn't contest them for them right now. It's starting to look good for Sylyx. They've got that top corridor rotation on lockdown, which Pboys would absolutely love to have right now, but there's plenty of time for Pboys to get that back. All the while, they're going to make sure that Sylyx gets as little of this time as possible.
I mean, Fifi is shooting right now, so that's one thing Pboys can rely on. As Stops trying to pick off Cheeto. Cheeto's just going to try to stay up as long as he can, as Prod able to get 2 more back and making 3. Look at 4. Prod, how are you? Welcome to the series as he's up to 21 and 15. Great hold from Sylyx, but guess what? It's going to be Pboys already on the rotation to P3. Just a rinse and repeat of last time.
Yep, looking to get set up once again. I feel like Pboys do that on purpose, I swear, just so that they can get the P3 spawns basically guaranteed. And so, yeah, they don't really mind giving up a whole lot of time, try to get in some contests here and there, but they know that if they're allowed to get this rotation, it's good. But Sylyx is going to actually get here pretty quickly and punish this. Very well done. Schnaps getting inside, though, making a little bit of chaos. But Cheeto Wonga at the end of the hill, when the dust settles, he will be victorious insofar as React lets him and takes the hill right on back from him.
Yeah, good opportunity. Does get an extra 5 seconds, but Pboys with that close spawn, they're obviously going to get to the hill faster, and they will get the majority of this time yet again, unless Stuki has something to say about it. 3-man push, good kills from React. Oh my god, gets 2, and Cheeto, last one up, just probably going to try to contest. No, Fifi able to take him out, and Pboys going to start the rotation over to P4. I like this cut off from Prod, able to get 1 too, looking for that second player coming from bedroom.
Yep, passion is definitely flowing. You can see it from React. This dude is just snapping on everybody, not in that scenario. Prod snapping on people just as much as he is, if not more so. And Fifi going for a little bit of a rotate. Flinch gonna jump right up into Prod. Unfortunate climb time for him. But Sylyx got a pretty dang good setup here. Fifi gonna get counter-naded out, so Sylyx should be in a pretty good setup. Prod even got control of her bedroom, so Pboys, no matter how you come at this objective, are just gonna get shot from every single side.
Yeah, Pboys. They need to work something together. I mean, everyone's just kind of going in one by one wherever they are. They get first blood now. Looking for Cheeto. Gets spotted out on Marvel Head. He somehow stays alive just long enough, but React cleans him up. And Sylyx continue to hold. As that's going to be last line of defense. Fifi drops. And final 20. Going to be going the way of Sylyx. But you do see that split spawn kind of come in. Top bedroom and back spa rather. Will be Pboys. So not an ideal spawn, but they have an opportunity to set up a double pinch as they work towards new.
Honestly, Pboys getting this little bit of time puts them within spitting distance of Sylyx. Always were about that way. What really matters now is this posturing they do here. React flying in, but unfortunately there's two people there ready for him. Fifi starting to whittle people down on the objective, and the flank coming in from Schnaps. Schnaps looking pretty good right now. Realizes that there's a little bit more than he can handle on the objective right now, and Cheeto going in, not letting him stay there any longer than he needs to. And there you go. Cheeto clearing out the objective once again. The death spiral is happening for Pboys, and Sylyx are really starting to make a gap going on here. P6 spawns going on here as well. Sylyx could very well end this game in the next few seconds.
It's nice to see Sylyx really find their momentum in Hardpoint. Proving that right now on the back of Prod, 33-19. Need to win in kitchen spawns, and that's exactly what he does. Prod's just going to back on up, play for that push through. Not sure I really like the idea of giving it up, but considering his teammates still spawning out, perhaps expecting them to push through after they get P5 control. So yeah, here they come. Prod gets the kill in the back. Kitchen still not being blocked, so if they get a wave of kills, perhaps you'll see Pboys start to work their way back. Okay, Kitchen now being blocked with that player. I believe that, yeah, that's Desi in the back. So more kills going out. 15 seconds left to go for Sylyx to try and win this game one, and it's looking really, really good for them.
Yep, 10 seconds is all that is necessary. Pboys, they don't have a lot of options other than to fly and hope for the best. Cheeto does go down for Fifi, and Stooky getting baited in by Flinch. Well done, great baiting and switching from Pboys, but Prod is still here. He's always been here, and he's dropping the 40 bomb, looking for the 3-piece to end it off. Schnaps in the corner, denying the victory for the moment, and will continue to do so, but Stooky now coming up, doing a little bit of damage, overrunning the objective and dying, unfortunately for him. And with that, loses the opportunity to win off this objective. But the good news for Sylyx is that they can literally win off of any of the objectives going forward. All they gotta do is just touch this objective. Flinch, gotta go huge. Cheeto hopping on now, causing a lot of concern, forcing him to fly and catching them upon entry. Sylyx will reverse history here and go ahead and win Hotel on the second attempt. You can tell Prod's happy about that one.
I mean, you gotta be. You drop 40 kills, your team dominates this squad, and an unexpected Hardpoint win, 43-20. What a map from Logan Prod, and you know, Pboys, you would think they would be a little bit crispier with their shots coming out of the loser semis match, but Sylyx getting the better of them right now. And man, again, an unexpected Hardpoint win, but Sylyx get it done. Now they go into their own search to destroy pick, going to be on Fortress here, map 2.
Zarin, did you see the non-traded kills by any chance for Prod? 38 untraded kills. Ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Dude was just getting all the kills and nothing coming the other way. He was just taking full advantage. Yes, 38 untraded kills. That is like the most I've ever seen. So yeah, dude was definitely staying alive. Yeah, that's just an insane number. Now we do exit Pboys map pick for good reason. I mean, they did literally beat them on this map in the reverse fixture, but looks like history does not repeat itself, or I guess you could say lightning does not strike twice in the same place. As we do move on over to Fortress, this was where it ended off the last time in the favor of SE. So a little bit interesting to be seeing it coming back through again. But I mean, hey, it's maybe, just maybe, Pboys have figured out, you know what? We feel like we could do better this time around. We feel like we could win this one. 6-1, not properly representing what we can do on this map. Let's run it again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know what? You might as well play it again. Don't fix what ain't broke. And Sylyx, that's the mentality going into this. They're the better S&D team, just purely off of experience. And yeah, you throw in a guy like Desi who's been able to drop unbelievable numbers. I don't think he's averaged under 10 kills a game. He's got to be right around that mark, which is definitely the current record at this LAN. And yeah, if he continues to perform, you're gonna find SC really continue to find their stride in search and destroy. And they win one search, you got to think that this series is pretty well over.
Yep. As far as I've been counting, Decimate from Sylyx does have not only the kill amount record for quantity, but also the KDA record for search and destroy. With, I think it was like, what, 13 KD in one of these search and destroys? Either way, been breaking 10 every single one of these search and destroys. He is a godsend for Sylyx when it comes to S&D. And so, yeah, this was the biggest struggle point for PB, was the search and destroys. They took all the respawn. They took most of the hard points, and they just were they struggled a little bit in the control. But it really could have been a coin flip in their favor if they played just a little bit differently. But now that opportunity for them completely out of the picture. Eventually, they are going to have to win a search and destroy and the control now. So yeah, we'll see if that is what they can do. Apparently, a little bit of a break being taken by these guys, but yeah, should be getting into this pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of look at the faces of these guys right now, and it's not encouraging. It's really not encouraging. You want to see them still active in comms. You want to see them still chatting about the the upcoming match. It just seems like their head's not super in it, and I could be completely wrong. We're not obviously at the venue, so we can't tell what the atmosphere is like around them. But I mean, they don't look like they're on top of their game right now.
I mean, yeah, it was still a pretty close affair, but unfortunately, their P3 got broken a little bit harder than they're used to. They're usually getting a full 60, but I think they got like a little bit less than 35 off of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. But P4, 5, and then 6 right on afterwards were all really, really good for Sylyx, especially Logan Prod. He dropped the 40 bomb, getting an insane amount of kills off that P5. They were just reeling from that one, couldn't really put together a cohesive attempt at the objective. And so, yeah, after that, they were really struggling to come back from it. And they did do a good job of breaking them on that P6, yes, but it was just too far gone. All their opponents needed to do was just wait on P1, and then that was basically it. Get 5 seconds literally anywhere, and that was game. That's exactly what happened. And so, yeah, reason why they're all sitting there like that is because the lobby broke. So we are going to be having a little bit of extra time to talk about this. If there's anything you want to talk about, Zarin.
I mean, go back to that map one. It seemed like, excuse me, it seemed like they Pboys did have a chance going from P6 to P1 towards the end of that game. They were able to get the final 10 seconds. They got spawns. They won their kills off a hot tub, and they had an opportunity to fly into P1. But I mean, Logan Prod from Double Arch is able to pick up two like it's nobody's business. Just completely wiped them off the map, and just like that, it was Sylyx coming up with the win. But it was definitely not an ideal situation for Sylyx. Pboys gave themselves an opportunity to win, but I mean, it was just too far gone at that point. Would have been almost impossible coming back from 70 points down with only 5 seconds to spare there. But Sylyx off to a good start, looking to build off of that in map 2 and see the discussions. Logan Prod already going over strats for Fortress Search and Destroy. They want to go up 2-0. They want to get done with this series as fast as possible, not let these Pboys back into the game at all. And you see, the discussion's starting to go out now again, and just looking to bounce back here. And Search and Destroy, not one of their ideal game modes, but see if they can make some magic happen. And right now, it's not looking great for them. Honestly, this is their probably worst game mode since being at this event here at Game Arena, and it's a tough task against the defending champs.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, it wasn't a pretty sight the last time. I will give you that, but these guys do still have some good things that they can fall back on. They've got good fundamentals. I think the fact that this is a map where you can just focus on one bomb site really does do them some good. And so, yeah, they did have some good executes, but the main issue was not the fact that they weren't able to get the bomb planted or just control the map very much. It was one because Decimate, you heard him. They played pretty much exactly the way he wanted them to. He just waited, got the intel, and he just sat there, waited for them to inevitably show themselves, and took them out. So yeah, I think that a little bit of a util diff was one of the major reasons there. Not only just because it tagged them up, made them a little bit easier targets, but also got the intel for Decimate to be able to play the way he likes to play. So if you're able to deny that or get something going a little bit back there the other way for intel for yourself, I think that could be a big thing there for them, especially if Decimate, he's the AR. He likes to sit on those double doors, the open doors specifically. If they're able to get some money nades on him, some stuns, and just overload him, that could very well be a good way to win that, and maybe even a sniper for him. That could be something.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talked to Zuni a little bit early on, and when they were going up against Rally Royals, he talked about he was just like Curry's the guy we got to stop. Like that's the guy that we got to eliminate off the map. Once we get him off his game, the entire team's pretty well easy. And I gotta think it's pretty similar for the Sylyx team in Search specifically. You get Desi off the map, and not to discredit the other players in Search and Destroy by any means, but Desi is the clear-cut best player in the lobby at this game mode. So you get him off the map, Pboys will have the absolute best chance to win game 2. But here we go, underway. It's going to be Sylyx on offense.
Yep, great stun on Fifi. They know what they pretty much already anticipated, that he is chilling on these doors. Mason getting a little bit overloaded by some nades himself. Don't know if much went back the other way to Cheeto Wonga. Desi, there you go again, getting the intel, waiting for him to peek back on out. Does get the kill, but Cheeto in the meantime getting a little bit tagged up. Stuki trying to follow for the kill onto React. Doesn't have the trophy system, but that nade is a little bit wide. So they are going to have to go and recover the bomb. Desi, unfortunately, is the one that has to be the plant guy, and Pride is going to have to defend him, or I guess Desi gets his own trade. So with that, Pboys are going to be a little bit undermanned on this, so Desi should be able to get this bomb plant down with Stuki holding things down in the middle of the map.
2v2, 30 seconds left to go. Still no bomb planted. Desi eyeing it out, waiting for anybody to hit the quick flank. Schnapps will be there, but will the timing be right? Maybe perhaps a bomb plant gonna make its way towards B. There's a cutoff kill. Can Stuki get it? No, but it's actually gonna be React. Gonna grab it back instead. So Stuki can have to work back towards P1. Bomb not in his favor, and he's just gonna run out of time. React dies, but it doesn't matter. Good start there for Pboys, and I just want to say something real quick. I cannot stand when players on defense on Albagger Fortress go open doors. I feel like 999 times out of 1,000, you're going to die from open just because you get overpeaked. There are just too many different angles for that to be watched from the offensive side of things for that to even be worth doing. The only part of that open section that you should be at is either the stairs or open corner, because as soon as you get into open, you're exposed to so much. You throw away a life, and that's what happened to Flinch. They're lucky they got away with that round, but still. Exactly this. Really, unless you have that sniper and you get that first pick, it's just not a good spot whatsoever, because you get naded out, so many angles to watch. And yeah, Pboys got lucky, but they got the round win.
Yep, they also denied a whole lot of intel for these guys. Good kill onto Prod there, but Desi's still alive.
There we go.
Getting a solid snapshot onto Schnapps, but Flinch still alive, coming up right behind the both of them. Killing one, killing two. That's how you do it for Pboys. The open doors being the death of many players so far today, as the wraparound does come for Pboys, and already ahead of where they ended last time on this map.
Yeah, I mean, there's another reason why you don't go open. It's such an easy thing to pinch too. There's just so many different ways for you to die in open. And again, if you got the sniper, great. You get that first pick, you back up to open corner, you watch the P1 cross, or you watch top single, and that's all good. But that just allowed Flinch to walk right on up and get a two-piece and clean up the round. And you know, it costed Sylyx there. Flinch gonna draw first blood again. And now numbers all ready for Pboys. In round 3, oh, and just like that, the team nade. Not sure what happened there. It looked like it may have bounced off of closed doors and taken out Fifi. So bad bounce there for Pboys.
Yeah, I guarantee you that's probably what will happen. Solid nade, solid follow-up from Flinch, looking for the ace, and he does get it done. Cruise missile now as well. Feeling pretty good about that one. You can see bomb will be defused, and now somehow, some way, I feel like we're in Bizarro world here, dude. Pboys losing the map that they did so well on, and now they go up 3-0 up against Sylyx. What kind of world are we living in?
Yeah, and I just want to mention that was actually 5 kills for Flinch in that round, so he wipes out the entire Sylyx team as well as his teammate. So perhaps the first 5-kill round we've ever seen. But Flinch regardless gets a streak. He's up to 7 straight. And Pboys halfway to victory. Cheeto gonna pull out the boomstick yet again, but gonna switch and watch this A cross. I do like this play, but Fifi and React with a great start over towards P1.
This is insane from Pboys. So well played. Letting this map through for good reason. Clearly they are right in their assessment that the first one was a fluke. They can get it done. Cheeto missing the shot. Stuck in a corner, desperately hoping that he can get it, but jumps right over his crosshair. Look at that. They're getting hyped, dude. They know that things are starting to go their way again. 4 rounds in a row for Pboys. And honestly, I feel like one of the big differences is the fact that Sylyx, for the large part, are not able to get a whole lot of intel on these guys, especially in those first 2 rounds. If you noticed, Decimate, he did not know that he could go for that plant right then and there. He was... The lack of intel was kind of killing him. Tried to go for the rotate, just did not know where any of these guys were. And I feel like that sort of makes them uncomfortable and unable to play the way that they wanted to play.
Yeah, Pboys have just been able to do something different literally every round. And that's given them the opportunity to open up the map completely. And Sylyx have just no clue how to answer. So perhaps a little bit of a quick VOD sesh for Pboys on this map. Bringing it on back, and we'll draw first blood onto Desi. You want him off the map, so that's a good sign. So 2 best players for their respective sides currently sitting and waiting for the next round to start.
Yeah, they must have listened to Decimate's interview or something, dude. These guys are sitting in spots and just giving away absolutely nothing. Quiet as mouses until Fifi thinks he can get a kill, then he pulls the trigger. Cheeto getting a little bit of a snapshot onto him through the wall, but trying to follow up with a nade. Stunned out. Hoping he's still there, and he is! Doesn't even see him, but still headshots him anyway. And with that, it's a 2v3 scenario. Sylyx probably feeling pretty good right now. Stooky getting the intel. I can be able to hear Mason react, but he's going to be looking for Fifi. React coming for the full flank prod and not looking the right way at the right time. And with that, Cheeto going for the bomb plant, gets off of it, gets the call out just in time. And Stooky looking for him, does get the better of him. But, oh, Fifi had an opportunity there to get the bomb down, but Cheeto does outshine him just a little bit there. Around finally on the board for Sylyx.
Yeah, that was, needless to say, much needed. And Sylyx get one back. Still calm, still cool. And, you know, you're not down 5-0, so that's something. That's a win. But you got to think you want, honestly, the next 3. You want to tie this up. You don't want to go down to map point at all. And Sylyx being up 1-0, they want control back. They got to feel confidence back on this map, and especially considering they beat them in the game 5 on this very map. Got to think they want this one bad. Stooky with a nice first blood and top single, and going to back down and play his life.
Yeah, great opening pick from Stooky. That's something that Sylyx hasn't really done a whole lot of this time. So Pboys probably thought that they had it a little bit for free, and Stooky quickly disabused them of that notion. Good shot down to Desi, getting really shut down this game. Stooky getting a little bit tagged up as well on open doors, but Cheeto with the snipe onto Fifi. Always good for at least one in a round. Flinch still alive. That is an absolutely insane shell that he just did. Bomb now stuck in the middle of all 3 players, and React got a lot of cleaning up to do, hoping to find Stooky. Knows at least where he is from his teammate's death, but man, not a whole lot to be done here, and just well played there from Sylyx.
Oh boy, this is not good. I mean, that's only 2 rounds in a row, but not good for Pboys at all. Because the way these rounds have gone, it's like Sylyx have just decided, like, okay, we're gonna play some S&D here on Fortress. We're gonna actually try a little bit, And these rounds have not been close pretty much at all since Sylyx have won. So it's not even like Pboys are getting unlucky here. They're just not getting the rounds that they need. So if this could spell for danger for Pboys if they're not careful, as Sylyx now back with the offensive side and a good opportunity to get that third round. But here we go. Stooky waiting for any sort of push, top double or top single.
Yeah, probably got just a little bit too comfortable with the lack of aggression from Stooky, and there you go. Flinch getting one onto Cheeto Wungo very early on. And with that, oh, they get some info onto Stooky as well, trying to stun him up and maybe go after him, Schnaps, but not quite feeling that one just yet either way. They find themselves in a manpower advantage. And still, Prod checking out these doors, seeing if anyone's playing a little bit too close. If he does, he's going to get a pick right on back.
Oh,
Comes right on through to a shot in the chest from Flinch Stooky. Times are getting a little bit desperate. He's the only one left, hoping that he can get one, and he does somehow. Everyone is completely away. They probably know that the bomb is down here, but maybe they don't. And maybe Stooky can do a little bit of a route on them. Fifi, seeing him, it does stop him just too short of streaks. And so now, one round away from winning their first search and destroy ever against Sylyx is going to be Pboys.
Yeah, made me eat my words. Pboys answer back with a very good round of themselves. All because Flinch pulled out that snipe, and he hit a big shot onto that Sylyx player pushing through closed doors and shut down any opportunity for them to even it back out. But here we go, 5-2. And one round needed to force, at the very least, a game 4 back on Fortress.
Oh, and here comes another ambitious play from Sylyx. Some more aggression. This did catch Pboys off guard the last time. And ooh, not getting the... There you go. I don't think he actually knows that he got a hit marker.
The trophy, yeah.
He got the trophy hit marker, so he might actually not know that Decimate is shown behind there. And if Decimate does actually go undetected, this could spell disaster for Pboys. Yes, opening blood, and Desi does not overstay his welcome. Gets one and is silly out.
Well, Stooky runs in, Desi runs out. A little bit of a miscommunication. Schnaps gets that call out, top rails. And Pboys in the driver's seat in round 8. Schnaps is going to play patient. React gets another, so it's all up to Desi, who's getting called out in closed doors. That player from behind should clean him up. And good win from Pboys. They're going to tie the series at 1 apiece.
Oh, and I'm sure that feels real good. They go from getting 6-1 in Search and Destroy to 6-1ing your opponent right on back. I mean, wow, we well and truly are in Bizarro World. It's like we're flipping the script on the last one, where, again, Pboys, they did so good on that first hotel only to lose it. And then Sylyx did so well on this map in the first series only to lose it to Pboys. In my opinion, everything we know is completely thrown out the window, and it's anybody's game.
Yeah, I mean, bad map there for Desi, and that was the key. They shut him down. They were able to win map 2 because of it. And yeah, dominant victory, 6-2. These might be the same scorelines from the first series, just flipped. Like it was 195 or 197, something like that on map 1 last series, and a 6-2 last series as well. So this is just, yeah, Bizarro Land Comica. I mean,
yep.
Not what we expected at all from either of these teams, but we find a way to get ourselves at least to a game 4 yet again. But before we get into the rest of the series, we are going to take a quick little break as players get set up and reset. We're going to have Hotel Control coming up next here in the Losers Finals of Kinetic Leagues Columbus.
Welcome back to map number 3, ladies and gentlemen. We are in here with Sylyx versus Pboys. Pboys coming off of a surprising win in the Search and Destroy. One that they were not able to beat Sylyx in until just now. So definitely opens up the series a whole lot, don't you think, Zarin?
Oh, 100%. And now it's pretty much anybody's game. This game 3 will dictate a lot, but look at this progress on A already. Speeding through A and getting the kills as well. We're 4 kills into the game, and it's already an A cap for Sylyx. Job well done. Flinch not able to find anybody quite yet. Gets some shots in, but exposes himself. And now Sylyx with a ton of map position. They can do pretty much whatever they want, but they got to beware of this player and Flinched behind them.
Yep, it looks like he's on the radar, except for Stuki, and he will be able to get away just barely. Desi hoping that, yes, he will reach Al again. But Sylyx, they're going to have a little bit of a hard time taking this as long as their opponents have control over bedroom. If they want, they could kind of just punish Flinch for dying, just spawn kill him over and over again, whittle away the lives, and maybe potentially flip the map on these guys. Yes, Flinch will be spawning very far away, so they will have a little bit of a timer to go back and retake this. So eventually Pboys will have to challenge them out for this position because Cheeto's in a spot they cannot actually chow out from there. And so Pboys will be forced to clean up shop, and that is exactly what they will do, stopping Sylyx just short of that cap on the first tick.
Prod 4-1. Working his way through bottom bed. Not going to clear that tick, but there's 3 dead just like that. Now they can fly straight to the point. One last player in Fifi. Going to funnel through Spa. There's going to be 1 tick. It's going to be 2. They need just 1 more. Off spawn, players getting the kills on the side of Pboys. 2 going that way. 3, 4. Wow, Pboys barely hang on. Great job from them. And you see Sylyx get the 3, but just a little bit too far from the hill to get the proper setup. So Pboys barely hanging on for now, but they get it done. And yeah, they're down 4 lives, but only 1 tick needed for Sylyx.
Yeah, big scare there for Pboys, just barely hanging on there. Prod going for the reshot, but Flinch saw him right on back, sees Cheeto as well, apparently. And so, they will be able to wipe the slate clean once again. Stuki not challing out because he wants to keep this bedroom control. He knows that Pboys, with those kills, are going to be looking to extend themselves into bedroom. And he wants to prevent that from happening if possible, just to make sure that Sylyx are going to be able to make a good push to this next objective. Flinch still going to be here, still going to be a little bit of a nuisance. Don't know if they're going to know he's here. Apparently, Stuki finds out. And with that, B is wide open. The power burn is coming on in, and React can do nothing to stop it. Good first round, as usual, for Sylyx.
Yeah, very good stuff from them. They get that wave of kill. A little bit of a scary one for Pboys. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. Love the patience from Stuki to stay alive in top bed. Go down to bottom bedroom. You get that kill. You go up top. You clear out their best player in Flinched, and then you make the push towards B. You get the kills necessary. You get the 2 down. You hop the point. Look for that 3rd player coming off a spawn. And cut down for mid. You triple stack. Textbook gameplay. Textbook offense. Sylyx up 1-0.
Pboys looking to go for B, and they've only sent 1 guy over here, Sylyx. That's interesting. If Pboys took this any quicker, then honestly, Sylyx could be in some deep, deep trouble. Prod going to be holding things off, though. But they will still touch the objective, so it's looking like Pboys going for their tried and true fast hit on B. Trade-out kills will be had, and at the end of the day, Pboys not hitting it strongly enough to where Sylyx are going to be overly threatened by this.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they should be, though.
Wow, only 1 guy on B kind of stops the progression. Stuki a little bit over aggro, but enough for Sylyx to funnel through Spa. They shouldn't have to worry about Flinch too much. They will get positioning, but as I say that, Flinch gets 2. Looking for the 3rd. Prod get some shots in. Looking for him. The other kill for Flinch on a 5 streak. Needs 1 more. Only 4 bullets in the gun though, and taken down. So that's a big kill. B gets captured, but big kill for the sake of defense. If you're Sylyx, I mean, you take down Flinch, so not enough. But as I say that, it's A's going to be pretty much capped. Nobody home, and Pboys answer with a offensive win themselves.
Oh my goodness, what a massacre. Pboys just coming in, making it look easy, taking the B objective like candy from a baby, and then A very shortly after. That was surprisingly fast. Honestly, credit to Pboys. They took Sylyx by surprise, and I'm honestly shocked as well. They were just laying it down, killing them all as soon as they got out of spawn, especially Flinched. He's been having himself a proper good series. I think he even got streaks off of that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, he almost did.
Oh yeah, he almost did.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's a simple thing if you're Sylyx. I mean, if they had an opportunity to watch VOD at all, Pboys had played 3 straight hotel controls where they've done the exact same thing. Fly to B, you get 2 ticks, you send 2 over towards A, and yeah, I mean, pretty basic stuff from Pboys from their point of view anyways, but Sylyx without an answer. Now the default A hit for Sylyx and trying to work out through rugs. Biggest thing on hotel control, you gotta have control of rugs, and that's exactly what Sylyx just did. They get those wins. They get A. But now you want to see them, at least 1 or 2 players, start to clear their back bedroom.
Yep, they're going to try, but getting a little bit caught up along the way, and Prod knocked out of the spawn. Furthest player up is going to be Desi, and in the meantime, Cheeto's checking the bedroom, inspecting it, making sure that there's no fishy business going on up in here, but he's going to have to look a little bit harder because there are definitely some enemy players in and around there. Fifi does catch one. Very high line being held from Pboys, mid-map control as well as bedroom control, and watching the spawn as well. All angles on lockdown. Cheeto hopping on now, almost getting react, but again, he's having himself a game. Suki gonna try and find him, but there's still one more, unbeknownst to Sylyx.
Yeah, you got to clear out bed. It's simple. You can't just send one every time and try to work mid and work different angles, because guess what? Schnapps is going to be able to pick one off. And the more you just tell him out one-on-one, Schnapps is going to find himself in better positions. Finally, he goes down, but damage done because now Flinched in a very good power position. As I say that, 3 do drop, but now only 2 players up for Sylyx, so you can't really even hop on this B point again momentarily to stop the time, but literally no map position whatsoever for Sylyx. So they do finally have bedroom cleared out for now, and as well, nope, Fifi right back in there and gonna try to catch this player off in spa, and yep, that's what React does. So Sylyx got a lot of work to do.
Oh, wow. Look at Flinch go once again, just line him up and knocking him down like bowling pins. The little bit of a tick that they had on there is now completely gone. Suki just sitting and waiting, still getting dumpstered by Flinch and Cheeto too. Good lord, he's going for a third. He's having himself a time. But Rod, at the end of the day, will put an end to that. Sylyx still without really much good things going for them. Cheeto will kill him with the impact of that grenade. Well played, but PP's still up here, runs right past Stuki, unfortunately for him, and with that, there will be a last-second opportunity for Sylyx.
Stuki shooting windies in that situation, not ideal. Flinch takes advantage, but Pboys get another 3 down and wipe them off, and that should be the round. Good defense from Pboys. They get bedroom control, and nothing Sylyx are able to do.
Yeah, you can tell the vibes are at an all-time high for Pboys. This is another mode that they lost up against Sylyx, but the script has been flipped. Bizarro Land strikes again, and Pboys are absolutely handing it to Sylyx in these last few rounds. If they can keep this going, man, then who knows? They've been good on Hardpoint all night so far. They may very well be able to put this to bed in the next map.
Potentially. Taking 2 offenses on control, pretty hard to do, but considering what they've been able to do so far, not out of the question. It looks like they are going to go for their default A hit now, so I like this play call. Going to be a 2v2 towards that point. Prod going to get pushed up into couches, but Schnapps draws first blood. React gets second too, so that's going to be React hopping on to A. We love Fifi watching connectors. See you later, Prod. And now map positioning. Now watching those exits through single, through double. Can be held by Pboys. 1 tick. Going to be 2 here in a second.
Yep, tapping it pretty slowly. They could power burn if they really wanted to, but what I see a lot of good teams do is instead of power burning it, they try and get a little bit more map positioning going on. It does invite some pressure, but that's intended. They want Sylyx to try and be a little bit uncomfortable, try and shell them out, think maybe we can stop them if they're capping it this slowly, and then just whack them on the other side and then get the quick transition. Quick transition clearly not going to be happening as Sylyx, because of the slowness of the cap, unfortunately for Pboys, are going to have plenty of time to set up in bedroom, and Prod will eventually be found, so their bedroom presence will be gone. Flinch knowing that there is a guy on the site as well, just waiting for his teammates to come up and give him some assistance.
Yeah, Fifi finally gets through bed. Nice kill there. And Pboy's gonna slide on it, 3 on it all of a sudden. They don't really have the numbers. Cheeto able to get 2 at the very least, trying to get the 3rd. Fifi running out of ammo. So good job by Cheeto, but perhaps a little bit premature jumping on B for Pboys there. And, you know, they do get the 1 tick, but... And, well, I mean, they still got a minute and a half left to work with, and lives are pretty much even here, so they just need 1 more wipe to get pushed up the map, but they got to slow it down. It's okay to slow it down in this situation, because at this point with a minute 20, you got to think in 30-second intervals. They got 3 opportunities to push their way up the map. There goes 1, so now you're going to have the 2nd opportunity at 60 seconds. Here it comes.
Yep, Sylyx still got some good holistic control over the entirety of the map, but they will be spawning them a little bit more towards Decimate with their current positioning. Not that that really matters, obviously, as they're just absolutely destroying them as soon as they take any step inside of the hotel itself. React. Just crawling through unnoticed, really trying to get through here. What a sight. Crawling right into a kill on Stuki, almost on a Decimate as well, but sets up Schnapps. And so now, Pboys, they have broken out of that spawn trap. Beefy, I think he's got a little bit of insights on this guy, but the respawning Sylyx players will have his number as well. And Pboys, despite the fact that they've made a little bit of progress, are still a little bit far away from capping this. Sylyx have got a great control over the objective still, and there's not a lot of time left.
Yep, not a lot of time indeed. 16 seconds left to go. Cheeto going huge for his team in this defensive round. Fifi just trying to get to the point, trying to stay down, waiting for that support over top. Stuki from bottom bed gets one. So weak, but so is Schnapps. Gets the pre-fire onto him. Two go down. It's all up to Cheeto. Really the only last one here. Desi finally catching up. The second tick's going to come through. Two players on. Flinch on L Des. Gets a kill on the Cheeto. Looking for that second player as well. No one on it. Time dwindling down. Flinch gets one. Desi looking for that second player. Player for catches. There's React. One more player left to deal with. That's Cheeto with another huge kill. And we're going to a round 5. Cheeto over and over getting massive, massive kills to stop Pboys from winning this game. And it gives Sylyx now a chance to win a game 5 or a round 5 rather. And man, that went down to the wire.
Yep, I do believe that Pboys technically did a little bit better on their attacks. So, yeah, they will be getting the final defense. Aside from those first couple of rounds, teams are starting to get better and better on the defense in the current game. So I think Pboys will be happy to be on the side. They are 100% going to be making sure that Sylyx doesn't pull a little bit of a sneaky one on them and go for B. You see 3 people beelining straight towards it. They're taking no chances. And Sylyx, they are going to be taking a chance. They want to get B if at all possible. Flinch getting a little bit caught up, but there's still 2 more players on deck ready to go. And Fifi going to be rotating here as well. Little does know Desi's underneath him, but Cheeto, big kill for Cheeto again. He's not got the most kills, but he's got some impactful ones. But at the end of the day, Pboys still weathering the storm, and that B hit will go nowhere.
Oh, I love this positioning from React. He gets 1, he gets 2, looking for that 3rd and 4th. Prod staying down, does get him back though, so Nate's going to push him back just a little bit. He's B tapped, and it looks like Pboys more than happy to give this one up already. Not even going to remotely try about this. They were so successful holding bedroom in their last defense, they might as well just go and do it again. You're going to force those players to spawn all the way back kitchen. See if you can get a pick or 2 out towards mid. And that's exactly what they're going to do. We're going to send Fifi outside, try to cause some mayhem. Not going to do, and that's going to be an A cap for Sylyx. But still, you like the positioning for Pboys.
I really do like the positioning for Pboys. Fifi does get a little bit caught out, and he will be sent packing to his spawn once again. Excuse me, I meant flinched. But either way, Fifi, looking for Prod, knows that he's trying to cause a little bit of havoc in the spawn, and indeed he always does. We'll catch him in the back, though, and with that, he is going to deny the streaks as well. I do believe he was getting really close. And Cheeto trying to get on to be ambitiously flinched, ambitiously as well, trying to go for an assassination, but gets caught in the act, hand in the cookie jar and all. Decimate down in the middle of the map, 2 players, great control there from Sylyx. And we've still got bedroom control here for Pboys. A lot of great things going for them. Kills going both sides, but it's not really impacting the map state overall.
Yep, Prod, big kill, clearing out bedroom. This is what they needed. They still have 1 more player left to deal with, but I love this 2-2 split. This is the mistake that they made last time. Just sending 1 and 3. Now it's 2 and 2. They get 1 and get 1 back. But Cheeto and Stuki, there's the opening kills that they need. They need the 1 more. On to React, they finally get it. But no reinforcements, now just 2 of them up. So they're gonna double stack this for now, but Pboys will have an opportunity to get back. They need Cheeto to push up as fast as he can. Shops goes down. Flinch gets 1 back. Fifi falls as well. Trades going back and forth. 2 ticks in. Sylyx so close to winning this one. Flinch, last one up. Gets 1, gets 2, but not going to be enough. 1 player left on it. Needs to hop on and kill, but no. Cheeto stays on. The triple stack comes in. And oh my goodness, Sylyx with the 2-1 comeback in control. are gonna force the map 4 with the lead in hand, and the dejection on the Pboys' faces, man. Wow.
Yeah, you can tell on their faces. They know they had it and they lost it. This would have been a really great opportunity for them to win. But I mean, hey, they still want to search and destroy. They still have another map to go. We are going into their better mode and map set. So not all doom and gloom here for them. This is going to be Sylyx's pick, although we still have seen a really good performances on it for Pboys as well. So again, I'm not completely counting them out. I can't predict anything though because things have not really gone the way that they have historically. So yeah, still anybody's game. It hurts that they lost that map after being so far ahead and having that absolute amazing round of round number 2 first attacking side. But yeah, you just got to roll with the punches at this point.
For sure. Pboys can't get down on themselves. They won this map earlier on, and they know they can beat this team on this map. But Sylyx, who who did pick this map, they're obviously comfortable with it, not afraid of Pboys whatsoever. But I don't know. I mean, Pboys wins this. You go to the search, and it really is anybody's game. And Pboys being able to turn around and search and destroy, you just don't know who can actually take it at this point.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson already that I'm not going to predict who is going to win. I'm just going to predict the score line. But yeah, even that I'm feeling a little bit hesitant on because like straight up everything has just gone crazy in this game. Never would I ever have predicted that Pboys 6-2 them 6-2 these guys in any search and destroy at all, but here we are. Here they've done it. And so this game is really up for discussion still. We have, again, though, back to what we've seen before. Pboys, they have had good stuff going on in this map. Their P3s are immaculate. They get great amounts of hill time off them. Any ones of the hills that are money hills, they prioritize, and they sometimes even let their opponents get they even let their opponents get the rotations to those hills before, just so that they can be basically given the spawns by default. That's not necessarily the worst strategy, as long as you can stop them from getting just as much time as you do off of your money hill, which was something they did in the previous series, not so much on that hotel, though. And in my opinion, one of the reasons why they lost is because, yeah, they didn't really try as hard as they could have to get the P2 hold.
Yeah. It was just too little too late for Pboys. And I don't know. It's Sylyx just clutch. They've been clutch today. And it's helped them get their way into the top 3 and get them to this point in losers final. Now 1 map away from getting a date with Team Acrylic, who's currently sitting in the grand finals. They've been sitting around for a couple hours too, so you got to wonder what they're up to and if they're already warming up in the Game Arena booth. Got to imagine they will be, as Fortress going to be coming up here in any second. And well, anything you want to see from Sylyx here? Just they haven't shown a lot in Hardpoint up until this moment. What do you want to see from Sylyx once more?
Just more of what they've been doing. Like they, especially in that last hotel, they do a good job of following up their kills. Is something I've been praising them for literally all night. And this map, it's so small, you can do that to the most extreme level. Get a kill, run them all down, keep them respawning over and over again. That's why you see so many people dropping 40 bombs on this map. It's so small that you can literally kill one person and then literally run a few steps where they're respawning at, shoot them again. And Fortress do be like that. And Sylyx, that has been a big strength for them in the hard points, hasn't always won them the games, but it did for them on that hotel and on this map. That's something that could put them over the top.
Yeah, Fortress do be like that, and we know how important P3 holds have been on this map, especially in this tournament. For some reason, they've been, I mean, it is a money hill on the map, don't get me wrong, but they've been so catastrophic or so unbelievably beneficial to teams in key moments, too. Like, second rotation P3s have basically decided, 3 or 4 games throughout the weekend. So perhaps that's going to be another thing that could happen in this one. And based off the scoreline in the first hard point and even the previous hard points between these two teams, it's going to be a close one. give you a little prediction. I'll do a little 250 to 213. I think it's going to be a lot tighter. I don't think there's going to be a lot of errors being made by these squads, and maybe an error is going to be all it takes for one of these teams to come out victorious. And Sylyx definitely want to be that team moving on to the grand final.
Whoever makes a mistake first, you think?
Yeah, I think that's I think that's going to be the main thing. They know the scenario. They know what kind of pressure this is right now, and with that pressure comes mistakes. So it's going to be who can take advantage of that mistake.
Yep, and just a reminder for everyone in the audience, everything from this point forward is money games. Third place, I could be mistaken on this. I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, $500 third place, $1,000 for second place, $3,000 for first place. So however much further you go from this point, that's either $500 more or $2,500 more. Caster math notoriously bad, but flinched, starting this game off with a kill, starting it right. But unfortunately, the team nade will mitigate some of that success.
Yeah, $1,000 on the line. Here we go. Pboys will get the first points on the board. Desi trying to make anything happen towards mid. Doesn't really have a lot of help over top of him, but neither does Pboys towards the point. However, React holding strong. The other pinch, React getting tagged into 2. Nothing doing, and Prod actually going to win those spawns back, but he can have one more player to deal with. Shops already working the backside. Going to have Stuki once again, and good defense by Sylyx to hold the P1 side.
Yep. It's pretty common, actually, to see Pboys completely wipe out a team in the first merge, and then the team just go right up behind them and take the spawns away. I mean, I feel like, again, Pboys, they seem to be very meekly contesting these P2 spawns, almost as if they don't want them, just so that they can get the P3 spawns by default no matter what. Again, it's something that could, in theory, work, but it's something that they do still have to go for a pretty sizable amount of contention here. That they will do, and flinched will knock them all completely off. And they throw a little bit short, but still on the objective, still ready. Prod is going to go for that early rotation, though, so Pboys definitely going to have to get pretty much all this time.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try anyways, but I like this little 2-hit from Sylyx. Try to catch him out. Desi knows where this last player is. That's a nice 20 seconds. That's a beautiful 20 seconds that Sylyx is really going to enjoy. And the rotated towards new. Perfect scenario. Got to win their gunfights here, though. Stuki, big challenge ahead of him. Gonna get caught looking the wrong way. Fifi in a good spot. Just needs to stay alive. Cannot chow this at all. Now we can. It's got help. React gets the opening blood. Out towards mid. Oh, Stuki with the shaky shots, but finally cleans them up. 2 players coming in from top green, though. Desi gets one back. One more to look for towards the point.
Oh, and look at that squad spawn as well. He's got 3 people over here with him. React under some serious pressure, but Schnaps giving some good assistance as well. Spawns flip right on back, and with that, Fifi gonna be spawning into a headshot. But Cheeto won't go, oh my goodness, this is not the hill that Pboys wanted it to be. This is as dicey of a P3 as you could ever see. Schnaps coming up behind the enemy team now, catching a mid-grenade throw, almost getting turned on by Cheeto, and Cheeto's nade hits Stuki. This is quite literally pure chaos, ladies and gentlemen. And Prod just saying, all right, enough of the craziness. We need a semblance of order here. Takes down the final 2 players, and with that, Sylyx will skunk Pboys out of their very much beloved P3 hill time.
Yeah, maybe the strangest 4-piece seen in a while there. Prod picks up 4 without even making a huge impact on the map. It was just a lot of chaos around P3, and don't often see that heavily contested P3. Stayed white for a long time, and Pboys already rotated to new. Sylyx with 2 players coming in from P2, 2 from bottom art. Love this little setup here. They get the opening in the back. They do get shut down from art, so now it's going to be a 2v3 on hill. And will they decide to fly or just wait for their help?
Looks like they are going to wait for their help. Flinched, trying and succeeding up against Prod, trying just to hide in the jail cell. Nobody ever checks in here except for Decimate, because he's a genius. And so, yeah, he will find Fifi as well. Pboys keeping it nice and contestable, but at the end of the day, Sylyx still getting a majority of the time. It is a very small amount of time, and the lead is very small, but when they keep on doing this over and over again to Pboys, it will be adding up.
Yeah, you're going to see them still fight for those old spawns. You see 2 players going back towards old. Yeah, you're going to be like, well, why are they pushing for 6 seconds? No, you want that P2 side spawn. And well, there's Prod spawning up right there. He's just going to wait for his teammates to spawn up and let them know that he has control. And here we go. We start the fly. You see that player coming in through P3 gate. Stops. Only lonesome player on this side still going to be able to get one from top boat. React gets one back. Flinch gets another. And now Prod just needs to stay alive.
Yep, Schnapps is wise to the fact that he's here, but the spawns are
How
not
did
in
they
his
spawn
favor.
there?
And yeah, exactly. But I mean, not really hurting them too bad. Cheeto fries Fifi very nicely, and Prod still alive, coming out from his shell and killing another one of the players.
Wow.
Sylyx lost the lead momentarily, but are quickly looking to rebound. Fifi knows that Desi is stuck in the corner, has to deal with Cheeto first, trying to find for the other one. But Sylyx, the close spawns are actually sort of helping them out here because Pboys don't have proper control over their own home third. Sylyx being able to reinforce this is actually a benefit.
Yeah, for sure. Somehow Sylyx getting some extra points despite not having the the side and unlucky spawn. But now the battle for P1. 2 players fall in mid-map, so that's going to open it up for Sylyx to push through gate with no pressure whatsoever from top boat, which is beautiful. They do lose one. It's going to be Stooky dropping, and well, down goes Desi. So just like that, control back in the hands of Pboys, but they still have nobody top boat. And that's going to let Sylyx walk on up.
I mean, they do have Fifi watching it, and Flinch is watching through the door angle as well, so they do have some good control over it as well. And Schnapps just mostly focusing on the front objective here, trying to make up for some lost time on these previous objectives, and forcing Sylyx's attention to be right on this objective as well. Trading out very effectively, and this is as effective a strategy as I've seen from Pboys as any at getting these P2 spawns.
That was a streak used by Prod too, so they tried to streak out P1 and weren't able to get anybody because of that trophy in time. And so a wasted streak, a wasted opportunity for Sylyx to use it, and they get 3 seconds on P1. Just not good whatsoever, but we will have positioning down towards the bottom of the map, but only one player left, and yeah, Desi's gonna get caught out. Pboys in control, and this is where they start to run away with it here.
Could very well be where Pboys start to run away in their typical hardpoint playing fashion. Cheeto trying to go for a flank and supplement the main push, but it will be shot down on arrival. Stooky able to find 1, 2, looking for the final guy, but Desi's already got him. The break is clean as can be from Sylyx, and the rotation path open as well. A big one of play for them. They could be looking to get this P3 again, and if it's as dicey as it was the last time, then I mean, that would actually benefit Pboys, but I'm sure they would much prefer to catch Cheeto out here and get all the time for themselves.
Man, you can just feel the intensity in the gameplay, just how cracked these players are looking all around the map. But Sylyx not in a good spot at all. They're not rotated. They're not even close to being rotated. And you see the line of defense for Pboys. Fifi cutting from P1, able to get 2, gets 3 too. And yeah, Pboys in very good shape. And well, Sylyx just haven't looked like themselves the last 3 hard points, and continue it here in P3. They need to push this player out. Dookie draws first. Prod able to get the trade, so good execution there, but gonna stay up and wait for his teammates' support yet again because everybody else falls.
Yep, good call from Prod. Unfortunately, time is sort of running against them. This is the biggest lead we've seen in this game so far. Flinch actually gonna run out and get another kill on these guys, looking for the rotation, but Prod's got it on lock. Just trying to make sure that they stay in there. They're saying, you want those P3 spawns so bad, you can keep them, but stay there. And now Sylyx looking for a good rotation of their own. Pboys going to be the first team to break 200, and that is definitely going to put a lot of pressure on Sylyx from every hill this point forward.
Yeah, complete opposite. Used to the P3s and a full 60 for Pboys. Already somehow able to get through to P3 also, or P4 also rather. This game's pretty much over. Sylyx did not look like themselves. There's no reason to think that they can fight their way back into this game. It has game 5 written all over it. Desi trying to get some shots in. Prod able to get 2 for himself. Sitting around the point. Only one really doing much of anything for his team. 23 and 15. Stopped from the backside. Trying to pick up Prod. Finally does. Takes him off the point. And Sylyx not able to get any time here with the pressure up from top rails. Fifi gets 1. Looking for 2. Almost trying to get it here. Stooky goes down. Looking for the 3rd now. Fifi up top rails. Desi finally picks him up. But 16 seconds. Hardly any time gained in. Going into such a mixy hill like P5, it's going to be so tricky for Sylyx to come back.
It will, especially if Prod dies here, and that's exactly what happens. But literally as he dies, Stooky spawns. Not going to be expected once again for PB. They will eventually get him on out of there, and so he won't be able to influence this too much. Pboys, their biggest issue in terms of getting control over this objective was because they did not have control over their own home spawn area. But now that they do, they should very easily be able to exert their control and keep their opponents nice and trapped up inside. You do see a little bit of a flip out coming here from Fifi. I mean, it's sometimes the cost of doing business to get them off the objective, but now they are going to have to deal with the flank they've made for themselves for Stooky.
Yep, Stooky able to grab one. I would like to see him push either close or open there to get more control of the map. They actually end up trading each other out, so Sylyx still able to control P5, and they are spawning P1, so this could be huge. They could get off this point a little bit earlier, too, if they elected to, but good wins there from Desi. They still kind of have control of P1. They need to back up, though, before Pboys start to spawn up. 3 seconds left to go. This could spell good for Sylyx. They still have so far away to go. They need a hill and a half at the very least to get their way back in, but good control right now. They are going to give up P2 in order to focus heavily towards P1. Trades going back and forth and React trying to work the back against Stooky.
Oh yeah, by no means would I say that this is over. The one good flank they had, Stooky is watching a great teamwork, sees the feet shots OP for Schnaps, but there's another player ready to get back on where he left off. Pboys are getting a little bit gapped in terms of the killing power in recent history. Stuck up in their spawn, and Sylyx is absolutely loving it. Sees another one. React almost turned for the next one as well, but as long as they can keep this manpower advantage going on for them, there's not a whole lot that Sylyx can do to stop them from getting all of this time off of P1, literally within spitting distance from Pboys out of nowhere. 80-point differential, now to only like 50. So big gap being closed. Pboys have managed to break out though, and so now with this, they only need about 11 more seconds, which still slim margins, but still doable for Sylyx.
100%. They can't win it off of this, but God, they're going to get close. They're just going to need 10 seconds, but they got to be perfect right here. React draws first blood from the bottom P1 side, so it's going to be Desi going to have to back up, play for that kill. Stooky gets one. Desi gets that one in the back also, but player on it already. It's flinched by himself. Goes huge, gets two, but Prod there to shut him down. Now it's going to be Pboys spawning close. 242 to 208. Now Pboys trying to work the back steps. Fifi on the side door, trying to fly his way in. Spots up one. Still soaking time as Sylyx. 20 seconds left to go. 8 seconds needed for Pboys. Schnaps gets one. Looking for two. Has help from React from the backside. No one even close. 4 seconds. 3 seconds left to go. Prod has to fly in. Trying to get one, but no. Gets shut down. And just like that, Pboys force a game 5. The flip grip happens. And wow. Game 4 wins. So close. But too little too late there for Sylyx.
Dude, very, very close call there for Pboys, but they had the lead, and they do have the calmness, and oh my god, they were literally 1 point off of your prediction, dude. But massive credit to you for that one. But at the end of the day, we are going back to another map 5. Very familiar territory for both these teams, as this is exactly where we were the last time. Except I do believe that it was flipped. Embassy was actually the second map, unless I'm mistaken, and Fortress was the second map. But we've already seen that sometimes the series may not necessarily go the way it did before. Pboys got 6-1 the last time they played that Fortress. So I'm not necessarily inclined to give Sylyx the benefit of the doubt that they will go ahead and win this one just because they've been one of the better search and destroy teams all day due to the fact that Decimate had... Sorry, go ahead with what you were saying.
I was just going to say, I mean, Pboys said, screw that. We're going to win a search and destroy against the best S&D team in the building. So you're right. You can't just say Sylyx is going to win this map. It being Pboys' pick too. Perhaps they're much more comfortable on it also. So I don't know. This could be anybody's series at this point, and we talked about it before map 4. If we get into a map 5, we just don't know who's going to win. It really, flip a coin, take your pick, make your bets, plus 100 each side. I mean, there's no telling who's going to take it. I can't even give you a prediction. I just don't know.
Now, I am going to have to go back on something I said earlier, which is far be it from me to doubt Sylyx's ability to just outright win, not give it to them by default by virtue of having Decimate on their team. let's not forget, and pretty much every single one of these games, he has dropped 10 plus kills in the search and destroys. The one exception being that Fortress they just played up against Pboys, where I believe he got, I think, 3 or 5 kills, somewhere around that. But either way, I may have said that earlier, but I'm even questioning it now, Zarin. Like, seriously, this has been such a close series, unpredictable at every turn, and this is just something you love to see out of a losers finals.
Yeah, I think we expected it with these two teams. They went to game 5 earlier in the winter semis, with Sylyx getting the better of them then. But we line up for losers finals, and we get the same two teams, completely different map set, pretty much, with the exception of the Fortress and Hotel. But I mean, realistically, yeah, game 5 was expected. I don't think there's any other way the series could have gone. But Pboys, got to tip the hat to them. They hang on. They forced the game 5 for the second time in a row, hanging on in map 4. So, yeah, I don't know. Pboys, they give themselves an opportunity. Now it's time to close it out.
Just a reminder for the audience, this round, riding on the search and destroy, is a $500 difference. Either you're getting $1,000 or you're getting $500. And even better than just getting the $1,000, you have a chance at $3,000. That's what you get if you get first place. Obviously, you got a lot to do up against Acrylic coming out of the winners finals, but still, $500 difference. A lot of pressure riding on this in this final search and destroy. We've broken the orthodoxy. No one's feeling safe at this point, and man, that just makes it even better for me, dude. Everything is up for grabs. Sylyx, they had a method, but Pboys have found their way around it. If they can keep on denying them that intel and just do exactly to them what something akin to what Acrylic did, then man, oh man, they might be able to do this.
For sure. I mean, you talk about the money difference. Perhaps that's hanging over a lot of these guys' heads. That extra $500. In my eyes, it's an extra $650 with the exchange rate over here in Canada. That US dollar's worth 30% more. So I mean, that's a big difference. Especially if I'm playing, I know I want that extra cash, and you got to expect that these guys on either Pboys or Sylyx want that too. And if you're Sylyx, you want a chance to defend your title here at Game Arena for the second straight year at the Kinetic League's LAN. I mean, just want to take a minute to talk about the venue for a second. I mean, all the staff there has been incredible all weekend. The production team as well have held it down for this entire tournament, and very, very long days of casting. We're creeping up on 12 hours yet again for the second straight day. So we're getting in pretty much a day's work within a 48-hour time frame, which is absolutely bananas. So quick shout out to them, and of course Rob, who's flown in all the way from the UK to host this event for the second straight year, making all of this possible too. So just unbelievable stuff from our staff and anybody involved that has been able to make this tournament happen. And man, what a weekend.
Yeah, while I have some time, I'm going to tag along with what you said and say big shout out to whoever is doing these camera angles, these setups, being able to see these players in action, all their pop-off moments, all their yelling at each other, all their fist bumping, all their getting hyped. It just really is the most special thing about the LAN. It's something that you don't get from online. Yeah, you get to see the awesome plays where maybe they go ahead and get aces, but when you get to see the face behind the moment, it just makes it even better, especially for me as a caster. It makes me get more hyped knowing that right on the other side of the screen, that dude is freaking out and he is saying something to the other team and maybe doing some body shots. We've seen a couple of those as well. But yeah, big shout out to the camera work. It has been a production and a half for this.
Absolutely. Well, we are about ready to go. Embassy, search and destroy. Map 5, just kidding. This game is wonderful, but we're going to have to wait yet again for this Map 5. I mean, we're just building the suspense here. We're building it up, getting the hype in, and we're going to get the lobby restarted here in just a few moments. And yeah, I mean, you said it. The camera angle is just I've been crazy. It's so nice being able to get that, not only extra content, but to see the real emotion on these players' faces. And for however many people, this being their first LAN, we saw a lot of passion, and it seemed all natural. None of it was really forced. There was no extra unnecessary trash talk. It all seemed very, very in the moment.
Yeah, and some of the trash talk, very, very well deserved when we did see it. I remember our interview with some of the Ascend players and some of the stuff that was going on there, saying that they were trash talking them during some of the vetoes and then 6-0ing them. You just love to see, like, sometimes that's the trash talk that you love to see, giving it right on back. Like, you don't start the fight, but you finish the fight.
For sure.
But yeah, hate to do this, ladies and gentlemen, but we are going to be going to a very quick break. But when we come back, we have the decider on Embassy. Do not go anywhere. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with the decider. It all comes down to Embassy. $500 difference on the line between Sylyx and Pboys. Zarin, man, this is starting to get stressful, dude.
Stressful is an understatement. These two teams stress me the hell out beyond belief. These guys just don't want to lose. Neither team. Both series we've seen, obviously game 5 both times, but neither team wants to give up anything. As Stops gonna kick this thing off with a quick bomb plan and a 4v4 bomb plan at that, so things are about to get absolutely nuts. But you see 3 players for Sylyx on the P2 side, gonna wrap their way all the way around through PD. Desi's gonna have a big kill to deal with, but he does have 2 players working on him right now. Flinch on the outside has been so good all series, but Fifi gets caught out almost on the window. Spotted out as Flinch too. Not able to finish the kill. Desi,
oh my god!
Oh my god! Flinch somehow wins that gunfight, and now 14 seconds left. They're just gonna run out of time unless they get the kills. And it looks like Fifi gonna be in a good position still atop PD. Time's gonna run out. And wow, somehow, some way, Desi gets taken out by Flinch outside tennis.
Dude, again, we are in bizarre world. Some things are happening that just don't make proper sense. It is LAN-only types of situations. The fact that Desi got smoked when he had that guy dead to rice, tried to pull out the pistol. And yeah, you can tell the stress definitely getting to some of these players as well, whether they want to admit it or not. Pboys, again, really pulling out all the stops in the search and destroy.
Yeah. Fifi somehow stays alive, almost exposing himself in that top PD window. You see Cheeto, bottom planners with the sniper, gonna have the angle onto Fifi, but we'll see if he can connect. Here comes another 4v4 bomb plant. Sylyx gonna get it down almost immediately. And Stuki pre-firing that bottom orange. You want to get out of bomb site if you can, but Prod draws first blood. React getting a little bit too over aggressive. See, here comes a slow pinch, but Cheeto's going to be ready for it. Gets the sniper, forces that player all the way back. Prod on site, going to get taken down by Fifi. And now a 2v3 as Sylyx tried to defend.
Yep, and they're going for the hot defuse. Cheeto looking for the snipe, going to get suppressed, tries to go for it again. Desi does kill him off of it, though, but they have a backup. They don't have a whole lot of time to do it, though, so they are going to have to beat out Decimate, checking the bomb ever so slightly. Fifi, he's got to get on it. He's weak, though. He cannot get the defuse at this point. Desi just going out for the shell, just for posterity's sake. Doesn't get it, but it doesn't matter, because they were able to run down the clock now as well.
That rechal, without deciding to reload that AR, he pulls out a pistol and one bullet some? I don't, like... Wow, to not reload the AR, take an extra second because you know he wasn't on bomb right away, but either way it works out. Desi, he's the best S&D player at this tournament, and he showed exactly why. Screw the meta, screw doing what would make sense, because whatever he is doing, it seems to be working all weekend long. As Cheeto gonna watch this cross, hopefully he can get one for the likes of a Sylyx. Nope, not gonna happen, but still information gained. Yep. 4v4 bomb plant.
Oh, and Stuki, big kill on a Flinch. Schnapp's in there and a little bit stuck. He does have some Overwatch, but he doesn't feel comfortable knowing that Stuki is there and no one has got his side door. Still gonna go for it anyway and hope for the best. Hope that React and Fifi are in good enough positions. And ooh, maybe not. Prod dealing some good damage coming up the ladder. And oh, almost a turn. Just barely good enough for Schnaps. They will try and find him, but oh, React got the flank onto Cheeto. Dead silence is going to be procced, but Cheeto has given him the slip, gone through the door. Only way he could have possibly gone. Schnapps found out now as well. Time is being wasted, and React is still chasing Cheeto around. He has a serious knack for this, and they find Fifi at the same time. Free and clear to go for this defuse, but React, he's gonna see him. Decimate, he thinks he's on it, but he's not. Decimate catches him, and plenty of time still to defuse.
I would like someone to check the software of Decimate, because I don't think he's shown one strain of emotion at all today. And he's been doing absolutely insane things this whole time. And what a job to get React, get on the bomb right away with under 3 seconds to spare. And no reaction. Teammates all fist bumping. Decimate locked in no matter what. Defusing the bomb. Make sure it's done. And Sylyx, second round, man. This is going to be back and forth. This is going to be like this all game long.
Yeah, in addition to checking out his settings or whatever you said, I think we need to check out his DNA, because I'm not sure this guy is fully human. But either way, Sylyx getting that good mid-map control, going for a little bit of a different play here, knowing that there's one guy chilling on Xbox and trying to nade him out. Really trying to nade him out. That's 2 grenades that they're investing, but Schnapps getting a free kill there onto Stuki in deep, but Cheeto getting a solid snapshot onto React, and so that's probably gonna make Pboys think a little bit twice about continuing to chow these guys.
Yeah, with keying on Xbox so much, it let Schnapps run up the middle of the map and into the hallway, so he was able to get the bomb carrier in Stuki, which now he's sitting in S2, just waiting for any sort of chow. I think he's just listening right now. I think he's just gonna listen. He's not gonna be too movie with this dead silence. I'm not sure why he popped it if he was going to waste this much time, though. But still, he's just listening, waiting for the push, and he's going to get it here from Cheeto. Like this angle, though, from Cheeto. If Schnapps tries to chow this, he might be in trouble. 25 seconds left to go. Bomb needs to make a move, and that's exactly what's going to happen. There's a stun. Cheeto gets the info, and he's going to back right up to Vans. Right, great use of utility.
Yep, and that's what Sylyx did such a good job with in the previous series, always knowing where their opponents are at. It informs Decimate on where he's going to be holding. Knows that there's at least one behind him, but that sometimes can work against you as he gets shot clean in the back. Shots coming through the middle of the map, clean shot on the prod, takes it, gets it. And now Cheetah, the lone gunman against 2, whiffs the sniper shot, and Schnapps makes him punished very quickly. And so now we do see Pboys drawing things even yet again.
Yep, Cheeto misses that shot. You think if he makes that one, turns to look at the bomb, it would have been a second player done. But good job for Pboys. They tie it up again. And a great retake there. Good patience. Good patience from Schnapps. Just making enough noise, causing enough trouble for Cheeto to take his focus off of bomb. That allows his teammates to push on through, get the defuse, get the kills needed. Done and dusted. Round 5 on the way.
Yep, and it looks like Sylyx going to go for a very, very typical hold for them, 2 in the middle of the map. But, Cheeto getting a little bit flinched off the shot again by Flinch. Ha. But Stuki looking for a little bit of a kill around the back. But Pboys, they know when they're going to win a gunfight and when they're going to lose it, so they peel off of that, giving up a little bit of map positioning, though. This is what you don't want on this map. You're properly stuck inside a lot of great map control gained by Sylyx without even having to spill a drop of blood.
Yeah, React still looking for that first kill. Nowhere to be found. Both teams, look how passive. There's no pressure at all towards the middle of the map. Both teams super far back. And again, both teams playing scared. Just waiting for any mistake. Right now, Schnapps playing that long angle with the SMG. Probably want to switch out, considering he has bomb as well. Could honestly be better off just to fly out mid here. No one's even home for Pboys, and now with 30 seconds, Sylyx are gonna have to force. Pboys gonna have to force the issue with Cheeto getting the snipe back P2.
Yep, knowing where Cheeto is half the battle. Trying to catch him on the way out. Good shots coming out from React, and he does get his number. Stuki still here. Schnapps on the rotate though, and could very well get him. Should and does, and Decimate. Destroyed from up top in the middle of the map. Pboys going 0 to 100 real quick. That is nuts, dude. They were really running out of time. They had no map control whatsoever, but they find the one little spot that Sylyx did not have control over, and man, they completely take advantage.
Yeah, I really thought they were going to run out of time, but You know, if they're not going to put anybody in mid, take advantage of it. That's what they did. Schnaps walked right through laundry, right through kitchen, got that kill onto, I believe it was Stuki, and then was able to get the bomb down, and on the other side, Fifi with 2 for him. Schnaps now working on those streaks as well, so 4 straight for him. Cheeto trying to get a pick over towards B, and not going to happen.
Yep. Prod does finally get themselves first blood onto Flinched. Eagerly watching that door, waiting for Schnaps to take a little bit of a peek. And Cheeto on the flank once again hits his snipe. Pboys very down in this round, but not out by any means. Schnaps still alive and potentially with a chance. And door opens right into him, ready for that from Stuki. Enemy behind him though, and he's going to look to catch out Prod. Does. Cruise missile now in his back pocket. And with that, some potential to do something here. Knows where Prod is.
Here's that jump.
He is, excuse me. He's gonna look to make the jump inside. Doesn't have the time for the full finish though, but he's gonna try and make Desi just a little bit uncomfortable here. But Desi, he's not gonna be flapped by this too much. He does lose it though to Schnaps. Just a little bit of a heat check at the end of the day for this guy. Not gonna be able to win the game, but still just letting him know who's boss a little bit.
Got the streaks. Schnaps got the streaks, so that was big. Very, very big for Pboys. And yeah, they lose the round, but you get the streak. So you take one to lose one. And now it's going to be a best of 5 for the rest of this search and destroy. Schnaps up to 10-2. And back on the offensive side. Maybe you get this bomb down, you back up, play around that streak, or you keep it in your back pocket for now. But it's going to be a very, very passive play as Sylyx trying to stack up that back alley in top AC.
Yep, good pressure onto Prod, making sure he can't hold that angle comfortably. And in comes the cruise missile from Schnaps, looking for one of the guys up high, making them uncomfortable. And ooh, just barely missing that one either way. The amount of space it's gained Flinch is unreal. Fifi going to be up close and personal here as well. Honestly, though, the one thing I take issue with here is the fact that Pboys are in so many different spots, but doesn't seem to matter. It seems to be working out. And now with that, all they have left is Stuki alone. We've seen what this guy can do. He can 1v3, but can he 1v4?
Yeah, really good use of the streak. And Stuki left alone here. Flinched in his comfortable spot over in the mini steps outside of court. And he's going to be able to spot out Stuki here. Shots going in, nothing connecting. Flinch going to clean him up. But yeah, great use of that streak. And you were right, though. It was a little bit worrisome that they were so far apart. But because that streak was called in, you see Sylyx start to group up and play a little bit scared inside the buildings. That allows so many different players to get into power positions. Flinched, push all the way up through tennis. Fifi all the way up on AS and D. And just like that, they are able to win the round. So you don't get a kill with the streak, but it doesn't matter because it helps you win the round, and that's the important thing. So Cheeto back with a sniper. Sylyx looking to answer.
Absolutely. The amount of ground they gained from that streak usage, amazing. Spot on. Literally what won them the round. Great stuff coming out from Schnaps once again. I know in his interview he was saying that a lot of his teammates he feels are better than him, but at the point we're currently at, he is the one that is providing the most carrying here. And so definitely can come out of this one with his head held high, no matter what. They do lose a player very early on, though, and that does open things up quite considerably for Sylyx to even this up.
Yep. Q with the bomb. Another slow play, but Prod might get caught out here. Flinched. Gets that info. Get it back on up. Get around laundry. Just again, gonna listen for any mistakes, but there's Cheeto with the opening snipe again. 2 straight for him. And those have proven big. And there's the third as well. Stops trying to cross through bridge. Gets taken out. And we're up to 4-4. Man, this is smelling like a round 11. Prod with the nice finish in the top bridge area. And, well, Pboys, not an ideal round, but definitely still room for improvement. As they got 2 rounds to play with, really. Sylyx hanging on. Playing catch-up seems like all game, but still find themselves tied in a critical situation. Losers, finals, do or die. Game 5. Prod draws first blood. Schnaps looking for an answer, but nothing doing yet. Nade's going over the top, but no one really home. And this Pboys could potentially get this bomb down. No one really in a decent spot, but here comes Desi from back alley. Not going to be able to see the bomb planter, though, as Broad opens orange, and it's really going to make Schnapp second guess the whole deal.
He's still going to have faith in the process, though. Going for that bomb plant. What does he do from here, though? He's pretty much rooted to the spot. Hoping that Desi will take this close corner on him, and maybe, just maybe, he can get the shot on him. Looks away, though. And with that, opens up a door for Decimate. Knows exactly where he is. Stuki gonna bullet him through the door, easy as it gets. But holding it from a distance, Fifi gets domed by Cheeto. And so now, that leaves a lot on React, who's getting pressured already by Prod. And with that, we do see Sylyx getting on to match point.
Wow. Very clean round from Sylyx. Cheeto with the opening snipes has been so impactful this game. Again, is the KDs doesn't really show much, but the crucial kills that he's been able to get throughout the series, not only in Search and Destroy, have proven dividends for the Sylyx team, and now one round away. But I mean, with how this S&D has gone, a round 11 is definitely not out of the question. But we got a round 10 first, and Pboys, one last round, do or die for them.
Yep. And Sylyx going to be on the attack. Pboys with a crazy play, leaving me completely open, going for the full flank. This is either going to be really good or really bad. Nothing in between. But either way, Sylyx is completely unwise to this. Not in the right minds would they be doing this, but it seems like they're slowly starting to realize what's going on here. Yes, they've gotten so far and nothing has happened. Decimate watching their back, sees one cross. Now they know where Decimate is, trying to get away before anything bad happens.
No way!
But Madness has already found them. Fifi takes down 2, and with that, a huge start to the round for Pboys.
Oh my god, they get the first 2. Bomb is going to go down, so it is going to be a 4v2. And if Sylyx want a chance to win this one, they got to play tight around the bomb site. You got to play these close angles. Stuki, I love this angle from him, watching that crossover to Vans. Doesn't have an 8 on hand, though. The stun's going to go out, should back him up towards back alley. You like this repinch all the way coming from React. Prod going to get shot at. React from the backside, too. Fifi gets one back, and down goes Prod. And oh my god, that has got to be the ballsiest round 10 do or die play ever. I mean, my god, to make that call, 4 players go down through parking and hit a 4 full flank is absolutely bananas.
Pboys, they found the one play that was somehow guaranteed to work. It was written in the stars, and they saw it. When no one else saw it, they did. And now Sylyx are in round number 11. $500 all on this one round. Man, it is getting tense up in here in the center. And Sylyx going to end this on the attack.
Defending champs trying to move on to the defend their title. Or will it be Pboys with the upset victory, trying to take it home here? Bomb's going to go down, 4v4. Here we go, 45 seconds left to go. Losers finals here at Kinetic Leagues Columbus. Schnapp sitting top orange, looking for any sort of pick. Fifi gets caught out. Prod draws first blood. Now we're 4v3. 30 seconds left to go. Stuki flies in, looking to get the second. Schnapp answers back. 3v3 again. 25 seconds left to go. One guy in the back, able to get one now. 2v3. 1v3, flinched all by himself. Can he get it done? No. And oh my god, Sylyx with the round 11 victory here in losers finals. Punch their ticket to grands and knock out Pboys as the celebrations ensue. Oh my goodness. A heartbreaker.
So close. Heartbreaking in the extreme. You can see it. They felt it. It just slipped barely through their fingers. And Sylyx, man, it wasn't easy. It was hard fought, but they will still get their $500 extra. Not all doom and gloom for Pboys. They will still get 500 out of this. And man, they will at least have a story to tell coming out of this land. We almost did it up against Sylyx.
Wow. Yeah, stressful. Just stressful, Comica. I mean, my goodness. Game 5, round 11, losers final. Win or go home. And here we are. Sylyx, Cheetah Wonga and Go back in the grand finals of the Kinetic Leagues land. And I mean, not much more you can say. What a series. back and forth. Every game pretty close, besides that map 2 Fortress. And even then, it was an upset. It's just everything was flipped on its head in this series, it seemed, and Pboys give themselves an opportunity 2 times to beat Sylyx in a game 5, but the ice in the veins of this experienced squad is just ridiculous.
Yep, and before we go on to the grand finals, where Sylyx will have their opportunity at revenge up against Acrylic, we will be getting an interview coming up from Stooky very, very soon. A player I haven't really heard a whole lot from. Usually I hear from Cheeto Wonga. Usually I hear from Prod a whole lot just because, very eloquent guy. But we're going to be hearing from Stooky now as he joins us in the booth.
I don't think not quite yet. Maybe a couple moments away here, but yeah. Stooky. Looks like we hear him. Yeah, here we go.
We're good.
There's the man, Stooky. Congrats on the win. Game 5, round 11. Take us through the emotion of that round.
I got gunned, and my teammates bailed me out. That's really all I got from that round 11. Logan snake and sign, and we had a guy top, so we had a good setup. They let us get beat down every single time, so we just kept doing it.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, fair enough, dude. I mean, that game took so many twists and turns that I'm sure you guys were not expecting. Like the fact that you guys won the hard point on a map that they just won, the fact that they won a search and destroy on the map that you guys beat them at pretty dang badly the first time around. So yeah, just really a pleasure to watch. With,
it was a flip-flop.
I mean, I've got to hear it from Prod as well, your experience with these guys overall and how much it is. But tell me your side of the story. What's your experience with these guys like? You've been playing with them for so long.
Man, after my very first event, I got second. Then that team dropped me, and they won the land that they dropped me from. So I was like kind of down in the dumps, like very new to the scene. And I got the call up from Este, who was on that team, and he was like, yo, team with this guy and this guy. And then Cheeto was our 5th as like a joke, but turned out now he's one of my best friends. So that's really cool.
Very nice. And I just want to say happy birthday, first of all.
Thank you.
How old are you turning?
I'm 20 now.
You're 20. Well, Again, happy birthday. But you got the grand final still. How sweet would it be to take home $3,000 on your birthday?
$3,000 is very nice. And fun fact, the first KL, we had to come back from losers, and we ended up winning the first best of grand finals 3-0, and the second we reverse swept them in the second series, so that was really cool. And actually, there was 3 champs players on that team too.
Yeah, I do remember that. I was actually commentating that event as well last year, so it's nice to see you guys back in the grand finals, rightfully so. You're going up against a pretty heavy juggernaut in Team Acrylic. What do you guys got to do in order to take them down?
We just have to calm better. Our comms are terrible, and I have to stop ego channeling everything, and Cheeto has to stop being a moron. But if we can just do that, Logan's been playing amazing, so I think we'll be fine.
All right, well, we're wishing you the best going into these grand finals. Hopefully you can get yourself a nice little birthday party with the 3K or the 1K, depending on how it ends up. But yeah, best of luck in the grand finals, Stooky.
Appreciate it.